Hello everyone, little advanced warning, this video is very long. You can probably see that. But that's what happens when DJ Xana makes a very bad video. So before this video starts, I just want to go ahead and plug myself. Twitter, at JoeFromSeattle1. Twitch, twitch.tv/JoeFromSeattle. We got that? Alright, good. Let's take out the garbage.
Hey guys, gals, DJ Xana here.
I used to have that chair. Carry on.
And I'm here to call out Bulletberry and Fratanga.
Ooh. I'm here to call out two people who make response videos to console players and counter them with facts. And this video is 20 minutes long.
Because let's be honest here. While PC gaming is well and good, consoles are just better.
I think I figured out why this video is 20 minutes long.
Including that of the Switch.
Including that of the Switch. This is gonna be rough, huh?
Reason I say this? Let's see here. No viruses.
Oh boy.
No malware. No spyware. Nothing to get in the way.
Okay, let's take this back here. No viruses, no malware, no spyware. How many security breaches have there been on the consoles? Like, current consoles, past consoles, like how many fucking security breaches have there been? It's honestly getting embarrassing for you guys. Because unlike the consoles, the PC, you can't like hack the PC as a whole, but you can hack PSN as a whole or Xbox Live as a whole. And since everyone who owns a PlayStation or everyone who owns an Xbox is connected to that network, if someone hacks Xbox Live, which does happen, or if someone hacks PlayStation Network, which does happen, they get everyone's information. So viruses, malware, spyware, yeah, thanks for getting really specific with the terms when you could have just said no security breaches, in which case you would just be wrong. But you don't want to talk about that.
If you download something off a site that was supposedly for free.
Avoiding bad sites is really easy. You just don't go to them.
And especially for those of you who pirate your games, you're running that risk heavily.
Okay, if you pirate games, you have a risk of getting a virus. What about the rest of us who don't pirate games? Do you understand why I do commentaries and not face cam videos? This video should make it pretty obvious.
Now, the other reason. Yes, we pay to play multiplayer.
Well, you didn't used to, but you do now. It's almost like that fee is unnecessary and people are taking advantage of you.
But here's the thing. At least, I don't have to deal with a bunch of aimbots.
No aimbots on console, really?
And cheaters.
No cheaters on console, really?
On the console networks. Wanna know why? Because they have systems that will outright ban them if they're caught.
Yes, I mean, we have those too, but okay. Are there more cheaters on PC? Yes. But do cheaters get banned faster on PC? Yes. So, the issue kind of balances out. A game with bad security is going to be a game with bad security on console or PC. Platform really doesn't have anything to do with it. There are more cheaters on PC, yeah, but they also get banned quicker and detected faster. The cheating problem gets blown way out of proportion by non-PC players.
And 9 times out of 10, they are always caught.
Okay, so you said you don't have to deal with cheaters, but now you're saying they're only caught 9 times out of 10. So which one is it?
2.
No, that was 3. Am I really keeping track of your points better than you are?
For those of my collector friends, Slayer Isaiah, who grab physical copies of games over digital.
Already know where this one's going, and I already hate it.
Which, really, let's be honest here, you don't really have that luxury on PC.
Oh yeah, we don't have physical copies on PC. I forgot. Let me just go to Amazon and buy some physical copies on PC. Be right back.
Yeah, I know digital's the future and all, but here's the bonus with physical games, okay?
I'll let you finish, but if digital is the future, then why is physical a point? If even by your admission, digital is the future of gaming, why is physical an advantage over the PC when we have physical copies too? But never mind.
I could buy it day one, finish it. If I'm bored out of my mind and want to trade in for something else, I can.
I mean, we can resell games too. We can also refund our games within a certain amount of time. And also, the selling of digital games is honestly right around the corner at this point.
I can sell my games.
Yeah, and if we buy physical copies, we can sell them too. But you seem to not even think physical PC games exist. So, what am I even doing explaining this?
To another person. Or go to GameStop and possibly get ripped off, but whatever, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
But still, trade in your games and get some money out of it. And then, let's see here.
Man, you were really prepared for this video. You were really confident to do this video in one take in front of a face cam, instead of doing commentary so you can edit it and maybe add things in, take things out during the editing process. This is why response videos do commentaries. It's a lot better for the content.
Well, some may say that mouse and keyboard is the superior way of playing stuff like Minecraft, Doom, Warframe.
That and every other shooter and RTS and strategy game.
Amongst many others.
Oh my god, bro. Do you not own an editing software? Like, legitimately, did you have to do this in one take and then upload it, like, straight from your phone?
There's some of us who just end up with cramped hands by the end of a play session.
Okay, so use a controller. Also, it's not really our fault if you have bad form.
From having your hand like this the whole entire time.
So get wrist support.
So, thus, PC gaming, nah. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, guys, if you have bad form and don't know what a controller is, PC gaming is not going to be for you. But thankfully, I think that's kind of a minority of people.
Even if a game has controller support, sometimes...
Well, most of the time. Most games have controller support, but go on.
It's buried deep in the menus.
No. It's right there. Any game with controller support will have controller options from the options menu. You click on settings, then there will either be a controls option or a separate option tab that says controllers. Have you ever touched a PC, sir?
Or, in the case of Dead Rising,
A game from 2006.
which I bought, which is supposed to have controller support,
And is also a game from 13 years ago.
went to the menu, went to gamepad settings, or went to try to activate gamepad settings.
So it did have controller support.
And I had an Xbox 360 controller plugged in. It's grayed out.
Then something was wrong with the controller. You just said it was supposed to have controller support, but it did have controller support. You just fucked something up somewhere.
And then tell me, oh, you're going to have to get a third-party app like JoyToKey or Rewazd or any of those.
So you know what you fucked up. So what'd you do to fix it? I mean, you just presented yourself with the solution to the problem. So did you do the solution to the problem?
Or go through the trouble trying to remap all of your controller bindings to fit with keyboard bindings.
Wait. Console fanboys are always saying that controller is so much simpler than the keyboard and mouse. But now you're saying it's a hassle to rebind all the buttons onto a controller? If the controller's so simple, why would it be a hassle to rebind them all?
Just to play it, you know you done fucked up.
No, you done fucked up. You literally presented the solution to your problem and you just didn't do it for some reason. And also, this is all for a game that, again, is 13 years old.
Let's talk portability.
Okay.
And this is where the Switch shines.
Gaming laptops. I'm just throwing those out there.
Yes, I can take a laptop with me wherever I go.
Right.
But unless, this was the Razer Edge Pro or the GPD Win, can I just take my console or my PC with me and play it in the car?
Oh, you are recording this on your phone. I guess you did have to upload it in one take. It doesn't really make it better, but at least we know.
Even for a quick few matches of, like, let's say here, Tekken, Street Fighter,
Mortal Kombat 11.
And even with the GPD Win, you had to do like a crap ton of registry hacks. And I've seen this.
Well, I'm seeing something too. I'm seeing a man who's hearing arguments for the PC over the console, but you're just stopping at step one for all of those things, and then you're using that as an argument against the PC. I'm also seeing a man who doesn't know how to use iMovie.
Just to get stuff like Grand Theft Auto 5 and the like working on that little handheld PC. Plus it's $800.
$800? That's like the cost of 2 consoles. Damn it.
Versus the Switch, which was only $300, and the Switch Pro that's only going to be $400.
So wait, oh my god. This thing is $800. That's too much. But the Switch that was $300, and then the Switch Pro that's going to be $400, that's fine. You know what's funny to me? Console gamers are always just dismissing upgradable hardware on the PC, but then they talk about how great their upgradable consoles are when they're so much more expensive. You buy a $300 Switch, but then a $400 Switch Pro for better performance. You buy a $300 PS4, but then a $400 PS4 Pro for better performance. You buy a $300 Xbox One, then a $400 or $500 Xbox One X for better performance. But a PC, my point is it's never more than that. It's never going to cost you more to upgrade your PC than it will to buy one of these enhanced consoles. But for some reason, PC upgrading, that's too expensive. That's too much of a hassle.
Or at least, that's what rumors are saying, that there's going to be a Switch Pro.
I mean, there were also rumors that there was going to be Melee HD. Still waiting on that.
I've seen a video of Bitwit trying to do PC gaming on an airplane. Not really comfortable or palatable to do. Even with the controller, it's insanely cramped.
Okay, well, counterpoint, that is an extremely niche situation. And if you don't buy a PC because of the specific reason that you can't play it on an airplane, that's kind of more of a personal thing, I think.
Versus the Switch, which I can put in my little battery case, has a really kick-ass kickstand. And oh yeah, it has USB-C.
Oh, sick, dude. USB-C. That's cool. Yeah.
Which most gaming laptops don't.
Oh, damn it, bro. Switch is better.
And I can have that attached to the battery case plus an external battery bank and have over 30 hours of battery life.
30 hours for a plane ride? What are you talking about?
Can you say the same thing for your gaming laptop? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, you just presented a scenario that is probably never actually going to happen. Yeah, I'll be sure to go buy a Switch for when I get on that 30-hour plane ride that I'm just always on. I mean, I've probably lost like 3 months of my life just on a plane from 30-hour plane rides. God, it's like you wanted to be against the PCs, and then you just had to work backwards from that. Like, you made up your mind before you thought of any points. And you're just making this up as you go along, and it's honestly cringeworthy. For those of you above drinking age, take a shot every time he goes silent for more than 2 seconds.
Then let's get on to the factor of DRM and CD keys.
Oh, good. Now take a shot.
Let's see here. We have games from Sega as of late. Shining Resonance Refrain.
What?
And Sonic Mania.
Oh, goody. Sonic games.
And both of them have that really shitty, damn shitty de novo DRM that hampers performance and also
Take a shot.
prevents offline play. And I know Square Enix has done some similar bullshit with some of their Final Fantasy titles. And I'm not talking about, the obvious online ones, 14 and 11.
Take a shot.
So, you got that to contend with.
Sick, dude. 2 games that have DRM. Great. But since you want to talk about it, what about the prevalence of always online games on the console? Those are fucking everywhere. I know that's not what DRM means, but you brought up DRM specifically in the instance that it prevented online play. Or that it prevented offline play. So where's your beef with console games that do that?
And then having to also deal with multiple storefronts for all your games.
Multiple storefronts is a good thing, but, I feel like it would take me too long to explain these things to you.
You got one collection that's on Steam. You got another that's on GOG Galaxy. You got another one on Origin, another on Uplay.
Alright, fine, I'll explain it. Having multiple storefronts is always good for the consumer. Have you ever been on the console and you thought to yourself, I want to buy this game. I don't know where to go. And then you look at GameStop, you look at Amazon, you look at the digital marketplace on the console itself, you look on eBay. So you try and find the lowest price. It's the same thing on the PC, it's digital. If I have a game that I want to buy, first I'll look on what launcher it uses, then I'll look on that launcher's store, then I'll look on GOG, I'll look on Humble Bundle, then if I really am getting desperate for a lower price, then I'll look on Amazon for physical copies or eBay for physical copies. It's the same thing. Competition is always good for the consumer because it means different storefronts are competing with each other to give the consumer the lowest price and the best product and the best support for that product. This is why a lot of people love the PC marketplace. It's a completely open marketplace. There's a lot of digital storefronts. And that's also why people were so mad at the Epic Game Store for locking things down, but I have like 50 other videos on that. You guys are probably fucking tired of hearing me talk about that shit.
And sometimes even if you buy stuff on Steam that's from Ubisoft, you still have to go through that stupid Uplay because that's their DRM bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's annoying, but it also takes like 2 seconds longer when the game's booting up. You're telling me that I got Siege for a cheap price with infinitely better performance than on the console, and the price for that is that I have to wait an extra 2 to 3 seconds when the game boots? Sure.
So, pick your poison.
Also take a shot.
Having to go through so many different apps just to find my games? Yeah, fuck that.
Well, how about having one company tell me what is and isn't going to be sold on my platform, and also sometimes the entire platform just going down because the servers suck? Fuck that.
When everything is all on one hard drive.
I mean, all my games are on one hard drive, but anyways.
For each of my consoles.
Also take a shot again.
And yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consoles.
So you have 6 consoles, but that PC was too expensive because it was $800.
7, if you count the factor of the Wii U's backwards compatibility with original Wii titles. So,
how is this helping your point? Wait, what is that? Oh, it's all becoming clear now.
You got that. Sure. You got emulators. But how many times do you have to reconfigure the emulator just for one specific game to make it run perfectly at your... Oh, good God hailing 60 frames per second.
Wait, what?
At 4K.
Yeah, we'll have fun getting 4K 60 on consoles, but you're making it sound like if you use an emulator, you have to constantly be configuring it, which is just false. I use the Dolphin emulator like almost every day, and I literally never have to configure it. I configured the game once when I first put it on there, and that was it.
When you're probably doing this on a 19 to 20 inch monitor like I'm using. When the visual fidelity isn't really noticeable. unless you're hella close up to the screen.
Wait, are you telling me that visual fidelity isn't noticeable right after you talk shit about 4K 60? Jesus, bud. Look at Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch, and then look at it on every other platform and tell me that visual fidelity isn't noticeable.
And even though I do that, I don't notice a goddamn difference.
Then you have bad eyes.
Let alone the difference between 60 and 30 frames per second on the same title. And I'm talking Doom, The Crew, Forza, Tekken.
Yep, keep thinking about those games, bud. You'll find some more. Keep going.
DOA 5. Just about any game I've played that had the option between 60 and 30, I don't notice a damn difference.
Then either your monitor is broken or your eyes are broken. People who say they don't notice a difference between such a dramatic change in frame rate are just lying to themselves. Higher frame rate is always better, and the difference between 30 and 60 FPS is so dramatic. I've made this tangent in a previous video, but I literally had to stop playing Horde mode in Gears of War 4 on the Xbox because it ran at 30 frames per second and it would hurt my eyes. For those of you who didn't know, Gears of War 4, the multiplayer ran at 60 while campaign and Horde ran at 30. And the difference was so noticeable that going back and forth between the modes would actually give me a headache.
The only time frame rate should ever be a damn issue is if it's dropping heavily from, let's say here, 30 frames per second, and this is for Zelda in particular, down to a mere 15.
Yeah, 15 frames per second, like, scientifically qualifies as a PowerPoint.
When you enter Korok Forest or the Faron region.
Wouldn't it be awesome, though, if you had the options to mess with your graphics and make it so those frame rate drops didn't happen? I know a place where you can do that.
When you get off the Faron Tower.
Oh, and since you were bashing 4K 60, here's Breath of the Wild in 4K 60 on PC. It's fucking gorgeous. My dick is through the roof.
It's still somewhat playable?
Nothing is playable on 15 FPS. Stop lying to yourself.
But
Also, you couldn't tell the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS. I don't really think you should be the judge of what is and isn't playable.
the frame drop is insanely noticeable.
So 30 to 15 is noticeable, 60 to 30 is not.
So, thus, that's the only occasion where I say frame rate's an issue.
So frame rate is only an issue if it's sub 30. So you should have a problem with all the consoles then, right?
But between 60 versus 30, nah.
Nah.
Besides, you can't even notice a damn difference. I don't notice a damn difference between the two.
Then your eyes are bad, or your monitor is broken, or you're in denial. Pick your poison.
On to the next thing.
Oh, goody, another one.
The price.
Oh, dear. Wait, didn't we already talk about this?
Now, granted, I've spent over $700 on my PC back there.
So $700 on your PC, but you have, what, 6 or 7 consoles?
Just on parts alone.
Yeah, PCs are made of parts, and go on.
Versus $300 to $400 for your average console.
But you have 6 of them. Also, the fees to play that console online. Also, the more expensive games on that console. Also, the expensive controllers for that console.
And I don't have to worry about upgrades every few years.
You don't have to worry about upgrades, but didn't you just say something a few minutes ago about the Switch Pro?
So even after they come out with a new version of a console, they still release some games out for it.
I mean, this video is just horrible.
Way after the fact.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind next time I want to buy a game for my 360.
Not really any major need. Good example of this, Forza Horizon 2.
Wait. So there's not any need to buy a new console because they support the old consoles, and yet you own 6 consoles.
And Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Wait, no, not Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Why are you bringing these games up? What does Forza Horizon 2 and Shadow of the Tomb Raider have to do with consoles? Also take a shot.
Well, there was Tomb Raider reboot and then its sequel. And both of those came out on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider did not. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was only on PC and next gen. I mean, I say next gen, implying that the PS4 and Xbox One are actually powerful, but those didn't come out on the 360. So why'd you bring this up as a point when you accidentally brought up a point against what you just said, but you don't know how to use iMovie and cut that out.
So thus, bada bing, you didn't really need to upgrade that point. Yeah, sure, lesser graphics, but
Well, you can't tell the difference.
really, it's just a slight enhancement.
A slight enhancement. Yeesh.
Not really needed.
Not really needed it. I'm sorry, I'm just having too much fun with this.
Also, yeah, you may have backwards compatibility on your PC, but as I've seen for the likes of Multimedia J, after he got his Intel Core i7 monolith rig set up, frame rate issues abound and so many glitches.
But you literally said you couldn't tell the difference between 60 and 30 FPS. I think you've lost your privileges of talking about frame rate.
And after going through so many hacks, he had to go through so much crap just to make it playable.
Then that's his fault.
On his newer machine.
The PC is backwards compatible with pretty much any game to ever come out. If you can't get games to run, that's kind of your fault.
And sometimes, even if you can't get it playable, there's still issues where it's just going to crash left and right.
Because crashes don't exist on consoles. Never. They never exist. Crashes aren't on consoles. If you think crashes exist on consoles, just fucking kill yourself.
Good example of this. I have Need for Speed Underground 2.
A game from 2004.
And Most Wanted.
A game from 2012.
And I mean the 2005 rendition.
Oh, I gave you the benefit of the doubt that you were talking about the 2012 Most Wanted, because that's slightly closer to being relevant to this conversation.
And that has issues of crashing all over the place.
Okay, so 2 old games crash on the PC. Meanwhile, I literally play Super Smash Bros. Melee online with people. Melee is from 2001. If you can't get this shit to work, that's on you.
Postal 2, same thing.
Postal 2 is on... I can play Postal 2 right now on Steam. I have that game on Steam right now. Fuck it, I'll boot it up right now. I'll play Postal 2. See, look at that. I'm playing Postal 2. Fucking look at it. Postal 2, right there. I'm playing it. In 2019.
Star Wars Dark Forces 2. Even though I got everything set up, it still has issues with crashing at random.
Okay, the only issue you've been describing so far is crashing, which makes me think that there's something wrong with your hardware, not the game itself. But you're coming at this from a console player's mentality of, oh, something keeps crashing, it has to be the game, it has to be the game. When in reality, there's a lot of other moving parts here. It sounds to me like your friend who built this PC, or maybe it was you who built the PC. I don't know who built the PC. I'm not paying that close of attention. But whoever built the PC, you did something wrong if games keep crashing. Especially games that are more than a decade old.
And then there's some occasions, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and Pro Skater 2...
Did you just leave out the best Pro Skater game?
...that refuse to run entirely.
I don't believe that.
And those aren't the only games either, from an older era.
Oh, I bet they're not. I bet with the way you built your computer, there's a lot of games that don't run properly.
That have trouble running. Even though I set up the backwards compatibility settings for those games...
Wait, backwards compatibility settings? On PC? What the fuck are you talking about?
And they still don't run.
Okay, so here's a solution. Download an emulator, get the ROM on the emulator. That's one solution. Another solution, buy the game digitally. Or find someone who's like doing it digitally. There's another solution. If games keep crashing and you're using physical copies, which I believe you are, I'm willing to assume that you're using physical copies for these games, which, if so, kudos to you for still having physical copies of these games, then there's probably something wrong with the discs. So go digital, where you don't have to worry about that. Like, are you just not capable of any kind of problem solving at all?
So for the consoles that have backwards compatibility,
they have digital backwards compatibility. Yes, that's why it works.
Just pop in the disc and play.
It has nothing to do with the disc. The disc just gives you the license to run the game, which will run digitally. Yes. Also, consoles don't have backwards compatibility. Xbox One has backwards compatibility. Sometimes.
You don't have to tweak a bunch of settings just to do that shit.
God forbid you tweak settings to make a game run better.
Same thing with PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 in its early on life.
Yeah, but not in its later on life. Also not on the PS4 at all.
And even with the later models that still have PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility, just pop in the disc and fucking play.
On a console that's not in production anymore. What a great point for a video that came out on March 30th of 2019. Yay.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I'll just go buy I'll go buy a launch PS3 to play my PS1 games because I can't figure out how to make a PS1 game run on my PC. That sounds like a great financial decision that is very convenient for me. Take a shot.
And the other good bonus with consoles over PC.
Uh-huh. Let's go. Come on.
Is that we do have cloud saves.
That was what you were building up to. Cloud saves.
And I can even back up my save files if I need to. And even have the capability of saving the game structure.
I'm sorry. I just realized that there's a typo in your video title. Why consoles are better than PCs for gaming? I just noticed that. See, this is what happens when you have so many silences in your video. I have to start looking elsewhere for entertainment.
On the hard drive and not having to worry about, oh, did I screw it up?
This is all coming from the guy who was bitching before about games being always online, by the way. So you were complaining about always online, but now you're using cloud saves as an advantage. Okay, cool. I got it. Yep. Cool.
Sure. Because most of the times, it takes a really bad screw up to corrupt your save.
Okay, if your save, if you're oh my god, I can't find words. You just said most of the time there's a screw up. That means something's wrong with your hardware, my man. If most of the time it's screwing up, you did something wrong putting it together. And given how easy putting PCs is together, I'm honestly kind of impressed you managed to fuck something up and then just assume otherwise.
Or in the case of EA,
Ugh.
and Battlefield 4, rushing it really early.
Which happened on all platforms, by the way. Battlefield 4 was broken on every system, not just PC. So, just preemptively saying that, because I kind of feel like that's what you're about to imply.
Well, I'd say it's still in beta.
Wait, Battlefield 4 is still in beta?
And this was the only time I had save file problems on the console. And that was with Battlefield 4 at the beginning.
So you had problems with it on the console. So why did you bring it up?
And it's because they were trying to exclusively save it in their cloud, and their cloud infrastructure was shit.
Well, that amongst like a million other reasons why that game was so broken.
So, yeah. Oh, and speaking of Battlefield...
Oh, goody.
With Battlefield 3...
Oh, we're going way back. Jesus.
And Battlefield 4. When I just want to launch the game, and jump between campaign and multiplayer. I can just go back to the main menu on console. PC, what do I have to do? Oh, I have to load up Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, whatever.
Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer. In a video from 2019, you brought up Internet Explorer. What is this? What am I looking at right now? What have I been fucking talking about for the last 46 minutes?
Because it won't work with fucking Chrome or Firefox for some damn reason I will never understand why. Just to hop on a server. Versus, oh, just hit multiplayer. Oh, you can connect? Here's all the servers.
Oh, good. So you can play it at sub 30 and at worse visual settings and with less settings on the games and with smaller lobbies. Also, Battlefield 3 came out in 2011 and Battlefield 4 came out in 2013. So how the fuck is this relevant?
Click 1, join the battle. That simple. So, there's my reasons, folks.
And it took us so long to get here. Oh my god, I need to...
And if one component of your console goes nuts, just send it off to the company, and if it's still under warranty, it can be fixed.
And if one component of your PC goes nuts, you can switch out that one component for a lot less money and a lot quicker. But also, you're probably playing on a defective PC that you haven't fixed because games crash all the time for you on PC and you just don't understand why that's happening. Good lord.
It's that simple.
Take a shot. Good God.
Versus if something comes apart on my PC or let alone your gaming laptop, you're gonna have to send that shit in anyways.
No, you're not. No, oh my god. Oh my god. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Or at worst, like what would happen with, or what happened with my graphics card during a brownout, fried it, and had to wait a whole 2 weeks. And plus I had to pay postage.
God damn it. You had to pay postage?
To get my card sent out to PNY. Versus most of these consoles don't have you pay for postage. So, because it's already prepaid by the manufacturer. So,
take a shot.
Suck it, PC elitist nerds.
Yeah, suck it, PC elitist nerds. We don't have to pay postage.
Or to save on postage,
I'll just play on console.
Consoles are better.
No.
And will continue to dominate.
They don't actually dominate right now. No. PC is more popular than consoles globally.
Because all the really good games are on console.
Not really. Also, good is subjective. Also, there's a bunch of genres that don't even exist on console, so how would you know that for sure?
Yeah, sure, you got League of Legends, World of Warcraft, Dota 2, and what else?
Yeah, what else? What else? Those are the only exclusives we have. What else? I don't know what we have. What games do we have?
So, I mean, we got MMORPGs as well.
MMOs on console.
So, yeah.
he doesn't even name one.
Suck on that.
I don't want to. That sounds like a bad time.
This has been DJ Xana.
And this has been Joe from Seattle. Take a shot.
And I say, peace out.
No, I don't say that. Well, this was a fucking train wreck. Thank you guys for sticking with it if you did. If you did stick with it, feel free to, I don't know, say waffles in the comments or something. This video was a fucking disaster. But you know what? Maybe I learned you something today. I don't even know. My fucking brain doesn't work after videos this long and this just void of anything. Take a shot.